Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hi everyone.
We are back with card 89.
89 parts.
Of our Ecco the Dolphin Defender of the Future Let's Play.
89 parts.
It's been 89 parts.
Yep.
It's not quite as funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. I apologize in advance if I sound any different. I, like all of last week, had a cold, so...
Yeah, it's been very rough on Kevin.
Yeah. So I'm basically recovered, but, you know, in that stage where you still kind of sound offish,
Yeah.
you know, not like sick, but, you know, like, something's a bit different here, that kind of thing.
That kind of
Yeah.
That kind of sound.
Yeah, because I wouldn't record if I was sick.
No.
Basically, I wouldn't have had that option because last week I barely had a voice, so...
Right. It would have been just me flying solo.
And me coughing in the background, which would not have been fun.
No. Yes, Kevin would have been doing the technical stuff behind the scenes, but...
Right, and trying not to have any hacking show up on the recording.
Right. There's still the factor that... there's still the factor that it's... that I would be carrying it by myself, and
considering I wasn't even well enough to have a visit.
right.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Good.
Hopefully we'll continue. It's kind of hard because my mom got sick, but...
Yes, that got me worried.
Yeah, me too. But she's been trying to not give it back to me. It can be difficult. So I'm still trying to take medication to like avoid getting sick again. So,
Right, very good.
yeah. Yes, that's basically. And it sucked because last week was my birthday. My birthday was the first day I was sick, so it was like, yay, happy birthday.
That's not good.
Yeah, but that's okay. This is the last Ecco video of the month.
Yeah, it is. It's the end of the month, that's what it is.
Yep,
And I hope you feel fine.
I hope so too. I guess it's just that time of year.
That
Winter's tough.
it is. It is tough.
I'm just glad we were both healthy for our Italy trip.
Me too, buddy.
I know I was worried because I had trouble sleeping on the trip, so
Yeah.
that and, you know, being in a plane with people coughing and hacking is not,
Yeah, I hated that.
not fun.
I hated that a lot.
And crying babies.
Yes, crying babies that...
The parent just, like, took 30 minutes or longer to even do anything about.
yeah.
Like, all they were doing was, like, rubbing the child's head to gets over and it took them like 30 minutes to be like, gee, maybe we should change him.
Yes.
And not to be too gross, but I could smell something, so I kind of was like aware right away that the baby needed to be changed, and that's probably why he was crying. Well, he was like 2, so, but I don't know if you want to call a 2-year-old a toddler or a baby.
Yeah. I thought they were toddlers, but they could be. I mean, the terrible 2s, the troublesome 3s.
It really is just preference when it comes to 2-year-olds, I guess.
Yeah. There's still some growing pains. As a child gets a bit older, they get a little more sophisticated.
I mean, in high school, I worked at a daycare with the 4-year-olds, and I could definitely say they were toddlers.
Yeah.
But
I would say the nickname of the 4-year-old, but I want to stay monetized.
yes. They are also.
I will leave that to your imagination.
They're their own brand.
Yeah, they are. They can be.
Not all of them have really developed empathy yet.
No.
So.
It's quite sad.
Like, yeah, in high school I had a lot of acne. And I guess the kids didn't really know what acne was. So one of the kids just literally said, "Why do you have a bunch of polka dots on your face?"
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's awful.
And I just smiled and I said, "These are pimples."
Well, at least you didn't beat around the bush about it.
And the kid kind of looked at me like... But I didn't have time to explain. So they were going through
Children.
Gee, it must be nice to be 4 years old and not worry about skin conditions.
Yeah, you have to worry about other things.
Yeah.
Like not missing the toilet.
Potty. Yep.
Almost had it done this time.
That job in general really sucks.
Yeah, they wanted you to be someone you weren't.
Yeah.
I was worried that... I get worried that we want less empathy with child rearing these days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, it's not a job where they expected me to have prior experience teaching. And yet, they were upset at me for not knowing how to discipline kids. And it's like, I was in high school, this was a part-time job. Where would I have learned how to discipline kids? You know, I'm an only child. I don't have a little brother or sister.
Right.
I was a pretty good kid growing up, so I literally had nothing to draw from on how to deal with misbehaving kids. And I would rather have been accused of being too soft than being too strict, or doing something where I could have gotten in trouble on the other end. You know what I mean?
You don't want to get canceled in employment, right?
Right. I don't want to be. I didn't want to be blacklisted from working with kids. So,
Yeah, and you're not that kind of guy.
no, not at all.
Not at all, at all.
I'm a very nice.
Yeah,
Maybe sometimes too nice.
I think you're just right.
So they just gradually had me do cleaning tasks instead. And then when I sucked at that, they basically warned my mom that they before I was fired and before Mom said anything because they had somebody else from my school come in, and they were like, so basically we want you to teach her your job. And I'm like, oh, my replacement. Like I knew when they said that. I'm like, ah, I am going to get fired and replaced by this person. Fun. So it's like, they were worried how I would take it, but I knew before anybody said anything. It's like, gosh, if you're gonna fire somebody, at least have, cojones, yes, to talk to the employee yourself. Even if, and it's like, what, yeah, I was a high school student, but I could take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was already a junior by that point. I was 17, so I would have been fine.
Very cruel. I really didn't like how they treated you.
Yeah. And I mean, by the way, the reason I sucked at the cleaning was because they were having me use a gender's mop, which not everybody can use those.
Well, your parents never made you use one of those tools, didn't they?
No.
So you wouldn't have known how to work one of those things.
Yeah, I didn't know. I need to squeeze the water out. Nobody showed me how to use it.
What backwater do they assume you'd be taught how to use that shit?
Yeah, so it was my first job. It was not very great. Do not recommend.
I don't blame you, buddy. If it's where I think it was, I think that place scarred me mentally, so...
They were all right when I was a kid, but attending the daycare, working there was
I don't blame you.
It is probably because they had a lot of computer games, and when I was real little, I loved computer games. I still love them.
Awesome.
So whenever they let us use computers during free time, I was there.
Nice. You're awesome, my man.
Thanks.
More awesome than I think, but that's my bias.
No, we have different things about us. Our strengths.
That's right.
We all have our individual strengths and weaknesses.
There we are. Echo, my little ally. You make it. Fear not. This clan general, she is a friend, and brought me here by pretending I was her prisoner. I fought my new friend for the outcast sphere, but it influenced it, caused us to stop thinking of ourselves alone. We joined forces hoping the clan and outcasts could share the spheres, but the exalted ones keep the clan locked away. Our reality is not undone when you send the first sphere back. We are better for it, so we'll help you gain the clan sphere. To reach it requires the path of hanging water created by this facility. You need to achieve them first. The password I just taught you will get you into the generator, but it'll take 3 of us to activate it for you. I will prepare the generator control room, but you will need to send the engineer and the security chief to assist us.
Remember when the Echo games actually had passwords?
Yeah.
The Those were the good old days.
Those were the days. Not that other song about reminiscing of the old days, which I don't want to sing for copyright reasons.
No. Right.
And I don't really care for it. Sorry.
Speaking of copyright reasons, it's such a pain to have to cut out that song.
It is.
To the point where on one of the parts I just flat out forgot to add our commentary because I was so like, I got to cut out each part that has that music. And I'm like, I uploaded it completely without the commentary.
It's okay, my man.
Luckily, the part after that I remember.
Right. We've been through a lot of stress with that.
Yeah. There was like one part where I'm like, oh, it only plays like 4 notes of it. And I'm like, no, I can't leave it in because I'll be so mad because it'll automatically take it just with those 4 notes. I guarantee. So stupid because the rest of the game is free. Except for the opening that it erroneously called it Majora's Mask opening music, which still cracks me up. The 2 openings are completely different.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even remotely figure out why the software thought.
I fail to understand that also. Because how is that sound at all like Majora's Mask's theme song?
I feel like somebody needs to retrain the copyright system.
Yeah. Heavily.
Yeah.
And if you're curious, yes, that is the wind blowing.
If you can even hear it, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's too far away or not. But yeah, it's pretty windy this morning. We had snow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is winter.
Yes.
So I finally got mostly caught up on my watch later.
Oh, how'd that go?
Good for the most part. I did end up skipping some videos that I was either bored with or I'm like, oh, these are too long.
That's alright.
I used to like just be like, oh, I should give this a fair shot. Nowadays, if a video is not hooking me, I just don't put up with it. 'Cause I'm like, I'm just wasting my own time with that.
Yeah.
I used to try to if it was like a creator I liked, but you know, some of the creators I watch, they just have 1 or 2 things that they get into, like their special interests that I'm just not into. So I just don't watch those videos. Like the one person I watch, she likes Star Trek, and I just can't get into her Star Trek videos. I follow her for other types of videos she does. So, you know, one of those things.
Here.
They tell us to turn it off. They tell us to turn it off. Blah, blah, blah.
To turn it on. They need to
Turn
make
it
up their minds.
They tell us to turn it off. They tell us to turn it on. They need to make up their minds.
That's it. Oh, try again.
No, you're good. If you want the generator activated, you have to talk to the engineer.
Gotcha.
Yes, this is the part where we find the engineer that we found earlier.
Yeah. So I hope it didn't go too early, too quick.
I did watch somebody do a 5-part retrospective on Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ooh, how did that go?
Good. good memories.
Nice.
The original Yu-Gi-Oh, not the spin-offs.
That's cool.
I don't really care about the spin-offs. I have a good friend who really liked 5Ds. Me, I just, after the original Yu-Gi-Oh is over, I was just too invested in those characters to care about anybody else. You must not have flipped all eight of the power coupling switches. Did you miss one?
Aha. So where's that up? So that's what we got here. Turn on some power couplings.
Yep. And I finally got to hear about the movie I didn't see.
Oh, which is that?
It came out like on the 20th anniversary of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side of Dimensions, which was like a epilogue to the whole series. So it was nice to like hear what the whole movie was about and like know the actual fate of the characters after the events.
That's nice. That is cool.
And like it kind of just enforced one of the ships I have even more, like, to the point of where I could jokingly call the ship canon, but it's one of those things where, you know, you could arguably be like, oh, but it's not a ship, it's just a rivalry. But hey, that's how we shipped in rivals.
Yugi and Seto.
Yeah. More specifically, Atom and Seto, but yeah, you could easily do Yugi and Seto as well. Yes, I shipped them. Feel free to judge me, I don't care.
Seto! Yugi.
But like I said, I do it more with Atom than with Yugi, so,
Right. Seto.
you know. They basically both have deep voices, so.
Yep.
But yeah.
Nice.
But no, like basically without spoiling it, I feel like Seto's dedication to like his rivalry with Atom almost feels like Vegeta and Goku level.
Nice.
based on the decision he made.
That's kind of cool.
It's like, well, Atom's in the afterlife. He's not coming back. I'm still gonna duel him. I'll work it out. And I admire that. I admire that dedication.
Yep. Please grant me this one selfish request.
Some people rank the movies that were out this year.
Oh.
Not last year. Good. I didn't really see a lot of 2023 movies, so it was nice to hear about them. This was actually the animated movies more specifically. Not the live action movies. I did see the Barbie movie on the flight. That was good.
Ah, nice. I need to watch that.
Yeah, we should watch it together.
Yeah.
Okay. Because basically my expectation was that it would just be female empowerment, and it exceeded that expectation, which was nice.
That is nice.
And then when I visited Hot Topic, I saw they immediately capitalized on it. Which I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was half tempted to get the shirt, though.
I'd be shocked if they didn't capitalize on it.
Yeah. 'Cause that's why she exists, right? Capitalism. Turn it on, but all the power couplings have just been switched off.
Eh? But I've just turned on 4 of them.
I'm so confused.
So am I.
We'll have to do more research before next part.
We will.
Next month, oh my gosh.
February, we start the year proper.
Yeah, it feels like.
Yeah.
Which I am perfectly okay with because the start of this month has been kind of crappy on account of me being sick, so...
Yeah. 24 has come off with a lousy start.
Yeah. But you know, the Lunar New Year is not till February 10th.
Yes.
So I kind of... Sometimes I feel like the year hasn't started until the Lunar New Year happened.
That's a fair critique.
Which, hey, you know, arguably maybe that's the case because I'm guessing before they made the Gregorian calendar, maybe it was that.
I think so too.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think you did say it correctly.
Okay.
It is Gregorian for Pope Gregory.
Right.
You got it, buddy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I think that was the first calendar that was going by the sun, I'm not sure.
The perfected one, and the one that we use today,
Right.
is the Gregorian. The first one was the Julian,
The Julian. Yeah.
after Julius Caesar.
Romans were obsessed with the sun instead of...
Right, and getting the accurate times, especially because we switched from a 12-month to a 10-month to a 12-month. Plus, the other thing was there were a lot of calculation mistakes in the Julian. That's why we got the Gregorian to fix those mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess a lot of Chinese people still go by the lunar calendar.
Yeah, I'm sure that they have Western stuff too. But
Yeah, like I remember my friend Cindy on her, like the day of her birthday, in our calendar, she's like, oh no, it's not my birthday yet. So she was going by the lunar calendar. Which I also don't exactly blame her because if you can stay younger a bit longer, why not?
yeah, she was interesting. Our friend.
Yes. I do miss her.
Me too.
So busy. College and
Yeah.
work and stuff.
She is very busy, but I'm happy she's active.
Yeah. Well,
We are, unfortunately.
so we will have to attempt this again next time.
Yeah.
Figure out what we're doing wrong. Thank you guys so much for coming, and we'll
Yes.
see you next time.
See you too, everybody.
Bye.